Alright, so here today, I'll be answering the questions, like the main questions that I know everybody has here, because I had these questions as well. I was digging through, like, so much information from JP, so much information across the game. I know that a lot of people are continuously asking me, like, hey, go, listen, once we start this game, once we pull through our reroll process, once we, sort of get what we want, like, starting off, what do we do then? Is there, like, with gachas and such, with this knowledge of what's next to you, like, hey, is there something that we were saving for? Is there something that we're going for? And today, yeah, we have an answer on what that actually is, but the answer also that you might want to be hearing is, like, why? Why am I pulling for this? Again, a lot of the sort of, like, information I was going through is, like, saying, like, hey, pull for this. Then I was like, okay, what was the reason? So I can explain it properly, and I couldn't find a reason. I then, like, deep dived 10,000 JP different articles, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to understand what they're meaning by this. And then I also went through other things in the future, and then I'm like, okay, this is when these things start to shine. Today, this is what you're saving for. Start now if you would like to. Again, this thing releases very soon. We're going to talk about the entire thing here, and again, just know that this game is going off of an accelerated schedule. Things could come sooner than we expect here. Some banners in this game are 1 week, some banners in this game are 2 weeks. The thing is, this game has confirmed there are no dead weeks, pretty much. So things are accelerated, so you could see this in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Just understand that now. New to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. As always, I promised a giveaway winner. Every other video will be announcing giveaway winners. For today, though, congratulations to this person on screen. Again, whether you spell it carrot or carrot, both are keywords for this giveaway. Please contact me via Twitter, or if you have another means to do so, comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, with that being said, let's hop into the video. Again, comment down below carrot or be subscribed. That's how you enter in. Simple. So, simply put, let's begin over here. There's two types of gachas. There's character gachas, and there are support gachas. Two different types of things, two different ways that this game handles it. Now, the truth is, more important things in the game are supports. It doesn't negate the fact that characters are still fine. In the future, you will have characters that are considered more must-pulls versus support cards. Sometimes it happens where maybe a character is super good for obtaining, again, in a generalization aspect, where it's like, okay, this character is good in this type of content, and I don't really have that many that are like this. Plus, again, there's characters that are just overly good in, again, various different things, which are like, hey, I can have this character who can help in these scenarios. This is why it's good. It's not that you're never pulling characters. At some points, you will want to consider it. But supports are the primary, definitely speaking, the ones that you want to look towards. Up and coming, the one that's been talked about the most is called Kitasan Black. You may have seen this. You may have seen this in reroll guides. You may have seen this in Discord. They talk about it. Pretty much, Kitasan Black is part of a collaboration. That collaboration being part of an anime collab with Uma Musume. That is how that works over there. You pick up two characters through this collaboration. That over here, the Teo collab and then the McQueen collab, 0.5 rates on both of them. And then over here for the gacha, a 0.5 rate for both of them as well. Kitasan Black is on there. How the banner rate works is it's a 3% for an SSR, 0.5% for Kitasan Black. Is that insane? It's alright. Is it, again, like, hey, I'm going to pull the character early? No. It's, again, you will see when you pull on that banner, you'll see a lot of SSRs. But will you see, right? This being the SSR, again, it's a 0.5% chance, which is, not the greatest percent, but it's there. It is, again, sharing that percentage with this over here being Satano Diamond. Pretty much, though, just to look at this for future, how it works is if it wasn't part of a double, right, SSR, it would have been a 0.75%, which is, again, far better, far better than a 0.5%, right? 0.25 is still something. But again, that's how this thing works over here. Now, what does Kitasan Black have to offer? Kitasan Black is a speed card. A very, very powerful speed card. You have a lot of speed cards in the game. That is true. You have something like this. You have something like this. There's a lot of different speed cards in this game. But what Kitasan Black has to offer is this, and this is what makes her good. If you're wondering what it is, I'll tell you right now. So, Kitasan Black, comparatively speaking, like the next insane, busted, crazy, like, support card, might be a little bit out, that being this one over here, which releases, like, 2 years later, so it's a while, right? And that is not to say that there aren't any other good support speed support cards, but again, not to say that there aren't other good speed support cards. Simply put, Kitasan Black and other cards like this one over here, they provide a lot more than just generalized buffs. They provide things that, again, the general areas aren't covering. This goes outside of the box and answers some of the things and checks off those boxes that need checking off. That's what she does. For a speed support card, depending on your deck, whether it be a 4-2 2-color deck, a 3-3 2-color deck, or a 2-2-2 3-color deck, this card is mostly slotted in for speed, and you know how important speed is. In almost, let's say, like 95% of the decks, speed is always there. There is no deck I see people run without a speed card. You need speed, okay? And this is one of the best speed cards possible. And why is that? Let's go into it. When you pull a card, you're pulling the card at base level, level 30. Level 30 is the maximum level you can reach at pulling one copy of a card. If you are uncapping a card, you are unlocking level 35, 40, 45, 50. Depending on how many dupes you get, is that. For future reference, MLB is max limit break, that meaning the card is fully duped. LB is limit break, meaning, hey, I'm 1 LB. I'm 1 limit break, meaning I'm level 35. Again, every time you level a card up, you increase percentages, you increase other additional stats, and unlocking new abilities. That is how that works. At base, you are unlocking this. You unlock increases the stat gains when training together by 5%. An innately good stat to have. When training together, you get 5%, and you get 5% here. Just by training together, you're getting 10% at base limit break. Base, no limit breaks, right? Here, increase the probability of getting assigned to specialty training category 20. When training speed, having a specialty training category at 20, it increases the chance that you see that rainbow effect happen or a specialty training occur. That helps gain even more stats, especially for a speed card that is good to have because you want to be able to proc more speed constantly. You want more speed stats. Now, friendship bonus, that's good too. Increases the stats gained from friendship bonus. Friendship rainbow training, which is insane actually, because again, you're proccing it faster to have specialty training, and then you're getting a bonus by having a specialty training. For example, someone like Super Creek. Super Creek has that as well. For example, it increases the probability of having that in this category being a good category. Now, the friendship bonus is again rainbow. Helps that out a ton. It also provides an initial stamina up. That's why you consider this a good card. It also does specialty rate up again. That giving another 20, so 20 over here and 20 over here. This is why it's considered a great card at base. This card offers 20 and then 20% just like that. It also gives a starting bond up, which is good. We'll take that. It also gives an increased training, as we talked about, 10% total when you add these together at base. Race bonus, it increases the stat and skill points gained after finishing a race. How many races there are, how many points you gain, 5% raw at base. Fan count increase, which is also really important. A lot of the time you might be not making the fan counts. 10% if you fail it earlier on. This helps you just level it out later in game. It increases the fan count increase after finishing a race. Mood bonus. Remember, so why this card is also good is it helps later on with ailments. If an ailment occurs, because of how much boost you got at the starting half of the run, it evens out the later half of the run, helping you progress and helping you at least guarantee, hey, I did not that good on this run's RNG. This card can even it out because of the boost it's giving for, again, your mood and other things like that. Hint level bonus as well. Increase the hint level from events of this card. Also, hint rate up 20%. Increases the probability of getting hints. That's what this card offers at base. Now, it has great buffs at base. When it really shines is here, and this is again an answer that I couldn't find from anybody. I went digging to see okay, where does this really get good? If you increase it at 5, now you are MLB 1. That means you pull the base card and another card, meaning you pulled 2 Kitasan Blacks. You get a power bonus up, and increase the amount of power gain when training together. Not bad. Power is not a horrible stat. Guts we don't like too much, but power is a good stat. You need enough power and wit to, again, power through the race. See what I did there? Pretty much, though, where the character gets absolutely insane is at level 45. That being 3 limit breaks. You got 3 additional dupes, plus the 1 base, 4 copies total. That will give you a speciality rate up at 40. It increases the probability of getting assigned to specialty training category. You have a 40 plus a 20, making 60. So it's an additional 60, right? Added to that count of, hey, when, does a specialty training part occur? Her category is again speed. Specialty training, it procs that rainbow. When that rainbow happens, a 25% friendship bonus, right, occurs. The stats are gained just like that. See what happens here? It translates into itself. You take it a step further, if you max it, and this is where it becomes insane. If you max it, it remains at 80. 80 plus 20, you have 100. Pretty much, this is happening so often, plus the 25%, plus the 5%, plus the 5% over here. Or sorry, now it's 10%, so 15% training. You see why this card remains to be insane. Plus, again, the mood bonus, 30%, level bonus over here, level 2. The hint rate up, the fan count over here, the the starting bond up. All of these things make this card as good as it is. Now, the skill from events. You are obtaining straight skill. At a random point, on a random straight, your speed will slightly increase. On top of that, your gold skill, Arcline Professor. Your speed will increase at a random point on a random corner. Oh, Yes, for again, this being a really good frontrunner card especially, this is really, really good. If you look at what Super Creek had to offer as the gold skill, at a random point is Arc Maestro, at any corner, your stamina will recover. Her gold skill is also why Super Creek is as good as she is. Random point on any corner. Over here, your speed will increase at a random point on a random corner. These are, again, very good gold skills. This is Arcline Professor. For example, later in the future, this is considered a must pull. This card also takes 2 gold skills. And yes, it chucks on Arcline Professor because it's a very, very good gold skill. The other cards also, or the other skills here, are pretty solid too. If you want to take a look at them, you're more than welcome to. But that is what this character has to offer. Over here, during your middle leg straight, your stamina will slightly recover. Long, if your remaining stamina drops below 30%, recovers a little bit. At a random point on any corner, your stamina will slightly recover. Again, a very good character for corners. A very good card, for corners. A very good card in general. That is why she's so good. She has so much of a chance of increasing her popping up. That's what happens. But again, you'll be like, oh, that's at freaking max limit break. Is she still worth it at base? The answer is yes. Just remember, in this game, characters don't go anywhere. They don't just leave, right? For example, this is the gacha following the gacha with Kitasan Black. As you can see over here, if you were to scroll and just use your eyes, you can see it before me. There we go. Kitasan Black is on here along with Satano Diamond. Both characters' cards are still here, so they will be there permanently. As you pull gachas in the future, they're there. You want to get the ball rolling, though, and at least obtain everything you can on her banner. The recommendation is to pull all the way up until Pity, because again, what is the chances? You have a 0.5% chance to get her. Most likely you pull 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Who knows? Your goal is to get her as far as possible. Yes, where does the character really shine? It's around this point right here, where you gain the first copy in 3 copies, meaning you've pulled 4 copies. It also is great at base. If you're going to ask me, listen, do I pull even at base? Yes, it's still worth it to have. You have to get the ball rolling somewhere, and this is the only time to basically guarantee her at a higher rate until future banners have like the selector, which will allow you to put your rate up together. But for now, that won't happen for a bit. You have to again enjoy with that. But at base, this is what you're pulling. If you do manage to get 35, you still get the power bonus, which is good, and you aren't able to increase some of the percentages. For example, right, 21%, 20%, it goes again 21, 27, and there's a few other things that increase. It's always good. Every stat counts. Remember, you use SR cards for stats. You use these for skill effects, and again the increase for the dupes, these things over here as well. Whatever it is, her skills are really good. Her gold skill is really good. That's the reason this character is good, because of how much speciality rate up she has. She is constantly there. You're just farming rainbows. That's all you're doing. You're farming rainbows, sitting there with just spamming out speed, unlocking a godsend ability there. Pretty much she'll always pop up. She'll always have that. So that is the benefit of this. If you're a person who's running like Super Creek, you'll understand it too. Like you're seeing, okay, what's happening? Why I keep getting this? Because again, it keeps popping up because of this over here. And if you have it with the where is it over here, 2020, right? So you're seeing that. Now imagine 100 is what she offers. Even at max over here, it's 35 and 20, so 55 total, right? Speciality rate up. Now remember, comparatively speaking, this is 100. So if you have cards like this, if you have like this maxed out, or even at base, if you're seeing like, hey, it pops up at 50, it's pretty good. You're gonna see the difference it is when it's something like this at 100. So again, is it worth it at base? Yes. Is it worth it at 1 LB? Yes. Where does it get really good? 45. That's 3. Where does it get insane? Yeah, 50. So plan accordingly. That's kind of what you want to save up for over here. It launches 3 to 4 weeks from now. Could be less, could be more. We'll see exactly what they do here. I do hope this banner has a 2-week duration that it lasts for. Giving players a chance to acquire it would be a lovely thing. We know that the schedule is accelerated. We don't know how accelerated. I also hope that we get some additional logins over here to kick up. Maybe some little celebratory gifts. Sadly, they didn't go grossing or anything, which I'm shocked. It's all over my feed. Uma's like popping off. I don't know how they didn't go top grossing. If they did go top grossing, they would have gotten a gift, but maybe Side Games just didn't give the gift. For example, their other game, they just got top grossing for, which did much worse than this one, and somehow they got the gift, which we didn't. Come on, man. I'm hoping we get some sort of like 1,500 carat gift. Every carat counts, and you need 30k carats to guarantee what you need here, so prepare for it. I hope I described it as best as I could, and I hope that I answered the questions you had, so please let me know. Thank you for watching, and